Sergeant Elias groaned as he pressed his hand against the gash on his side, blood oozing between his fingers. The sand beneath him was already stained dark red, and the twin sons of Corther, 5, beat down mercilessly. He had crash-landed with his team, but now he was the only survivor, and his comms were dead. Rescue wasn't coming anytime soon. A shadow fell over him. He gripped his plasma pistol weakly, barely able to lift it. But when he saw her, he hesitated. She wasn't human, but she wasn't entirely alien either. She had smooth, golden skin with iridescent patterns shifting like flowing ink, and her silver eyes studied him with an intensity that sent a shiver through his body. Her hair was long, a deep shade of violet, swaying unnaturally as if responding to an unseen force. She knelt beside him, placing a hand on his wound. Elias flinched but lacked the strength to resist. She studied the wound, then without hesitation, reached for her own hair. With a single pull, she severed a long strand. Instead of falling limply, it coiled in her fingers, pulsating with energy. Elias gasped as she plucked a needle-like thorn from a nearby cactus and, without a word, began stitching his wound shut. The pain was sharp but bearable, and he watched in morbid fascination as her hair fused with his flesh. The strand moved on its own, weaving tightly, sealing him with an unnatural precision. Then the heat overtook him, and he blacked out. When Elias woke, the night sky of Corther, 5 shimmered with unfamiliar constellations. His body felt different. Lighter. Stronger. He touched his side, his wound was completely healed. But as his fingers brushed his skin, he noticed something else. Hair. Thick, coarse strands covered his abdomen, spreading across his arms and chest. He jolted upright, his breath hitching. His entire body was covered in the same violet-colored hair as the woman's. It moved subtly, as if alive. He clenched his fists, feeling an unknown energy coursing through him. She was sitting by the fire, watching him. "Your body accepted the gift," she said in a voice both musical and ancient. "What did you do to me?" Elias asked, his voice raspy. "My hair is not ordinary. It carries the essence of my people. When I mended your flesh, it became part of you." Elias flexed his fingers. He could feel the strength coursing through him. His senses were heightened, he could hear the rustling of creatures miles away, smell the faint metallic tang of a coming sandstorm. The woman stood. "Come. The Corthari hunters will be here soon. If we stay, they will flay us both for what you've become." Elias hesitated, but something in her gaze told him she had saved him for a reason. And now, with his newfound power, he wasn't just a dying soldier on an alien world. He was something more. With one last glance at the barren wasteland, Elias followed her into the unknown.